Hello everyone, Cat Goblin and Martin here, and it's finally time. The moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to review every single boss in Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. I planned this one to be last, so let's get straight into it. The first boss you encounter is the Black Knight. Nope, that's Sonic and the Black Knight. And that's not even the Black Knight, that's King Arthur. There we go, here he is in A Dark and Stormy Night Part 3. The Black Knight walks left and right up here behind the fence, occasionally stopping to pose. On these pillars you can see some pressure switches, and once the Black Knight is aligned with the pillar, you can use your football helmet in the switch which electrocutes him, and moves Velma's cage. You would think by getting shocked once he'd be done, but it turns out that was only a flesh wound. And he's now smarter as he'll start throwing an axe at you. When the axe hits the ground it shoots out electricity that could damage you. The boss is also accompanied by a lightning cloud and a witch. Anyways, once you damage the Black Knight more, he'll throw more axes as well as move faster. Second hit 2 throwing axes, and the third hit 3, and yeah, the fourth switch obviously kills him. Upon death, this fence gets lowered. I should also point out that during the fight you can hop the fence to see the Black Knight in person, but your efforts on defeating him here are futile. This boss can actually take you less than a minute to defeat. He does sort of walk in the same direction that you walk in, left or right, which is a way to lure him to the pillars. Second, we have the Green Ghost, who you meet past the gate in Gloom and Doom Down the Tomb Part 3. The Green Ghost flies left and right, eventually hovering over the 3 coffins. As I explained in a previous review, Daphne will be assisting you by opening the coffins so they can grab behind the pressure plate to suck the ghost in, dealing some damage. For attacks, the Green Ghost creates this huge green fiery ball of energy while at the same time blasting out lightning from underneath, and then throws the ball at you, creating some green smoke that you have to dodge. This boss only has 3 HP, so after the third hit, it's bye bye ghost. And just like the last one, you can beat it in less than a minute or so. There's also these plants that release toxic breath onto the pressure plates, but they're not really a problem. Our third boss is the ghost of Captain Redbeard, located in Shiver Your Timbers Scooby Part 2, and I just love the soundtrack for this fight. At the start, the captain's standing in the center of the room. He'll summon in ghosts to fly around, as well as the ghost of Captain Moody to chase you. Your basic attacks are useless against him, but wait, there's a treasure chest just hanging above them supported by 4 ropes, and that's when he throws his sword at you like a boomerang. So basically you stand in front of a rope in one of the corners, and when he throws his sword at you, move out of the way so that it cuts the rope, lowering the chest. This makes him very mad to the point where there's a ring of fire around him. When you cut 3 ropes, Captain Redbeard will spawn in waves of ghosts that fly around in different patterns, and he'll add 1 extra ghost to Captain Moody per cut rope. Then once the final rope is cut, he's crushed. Well, he sort of falls to the floor.
Right? Careful now, he'll take you down. Say, don't
Now, the final boss in the game is none other than the Mastermind, located at the super secret lab in Mastermind Unmasked Part 2, beyond the huge pit of acid, of course. Throughout the story, he pops out and surprises you, says a few intimidating words, and then immediately spawns in a boss before disappearing. But here you finally get to fight him. At the start of the fight, the Mastermind is up on this platform controlling the hologram. The goal is to defeat all the enemies, and once the electricity from these machines stops, you can bash into both buttons to move one of the hologram projectors towards them. The enemies consist of 2 Funland robots at the start. After the first projector, 2 space kooks get added. Then 3 of each of them appear after the second one has been turned. And once you get that last projector to focus on the Mastermind, the gang who are up on this platform to your right will use the hologram to scare the Mastermind off his perch, forcing him to fight you face to face. Keep in mind, if you take too long at this part, the enemies will respawn.
I've been there, taunting you fools. I'll send my I'm not your average villain with an evil mind.
During the second phase of the fight, the 2 persistent Funland robots still remain and will quickly respawn, while the Mastermind will teleport around the whole room. For attacks, he'll throw a potion at you, which is really easy to dodge, but throwing the potion gives him the opportunity to teleport again. And sometimes he can shock you. Yeah, actually I forgot about this attack because I usually take him out fast. He does use his cape as a shield when you're close, preventing you from bashing into him. So what you have to do is stun him with a good old super smash, and then use your football helmet to push him into the electricity, which instantly ends him and the animatronics. It's a pretty easy fight, but if the Mastermind's far away, then you'll have to repeat your attack process over and over again so you push him all the way there, while avoiding the robots, of course. Oh, and fun fact, did you know that the Mastermind is voiced by Tim Curry?
My affairs. Boom! Laugh this. You've done it, Romero. Now don't. Why, that's positively shocking!
During the final cutscene, he gets whisked away by the flash tube, or also known as Just for Supper Sucky Upper, and lands in the first room of the mansion. It is revealed to be Professor Alexander Graham behind the mask, but Velma figures out that it was Holly the whole time controlling the holographic monsters, as well as switching places with the professor in the flash tube, and her plan was a get-rich scheme where she would take all the credit from her uncle's invention. Well, that's pretty much going to be it for this review. Scooby-Doo Night 100 Frights was the first game I played as a kid. Even though the bosses may be super easy or a complete joke, I still have a lot of nostalgia for it. All 4 bosses are pretty unique in their own way when it comes to attacking them, and each fight has its own gimmick for your new gadget. Timing is very key, especially for the Black Knight, Green Ghost, and Captain Redbeard. Now, is this the last review for Scooby-Doo Night 100 Frights? Well, not exactly. There's still a few miscellaneous things I would like to talk about. A retrospective would be nice, but I do have another game that I got a while ago that should get its own review. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the review. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.
Whoa! Don't move! Stand your ground, scum! Hey,